That's the end, man. The rulership of Esau, the so-called white man, is over, man. Because he's the one that's been governing the earth for the past, since the 1400s to the Renaissance period. That's it, man. The triumphing of the wicked is short. That's the time we're coming into, man. A translation of kingdoms. The Japanese, the Koreans are not going to inherit the earth. The Russians are not going to inherit the earth. The Iranians are not going to inherit the earth. We are going to inherit the earth. The poor and the afflicted people, man. The Negro Latinos and Native American Indians that are sighing and crying for the abominations that are committed on the earth, man. Thus say Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And that's through faith, man. And a lot of people don't have faith. All right? It says, Salakia. Going to the book of Daniel real quick. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Okay? So once Yahweh Shai comes back from the clouds with the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, we are going to reign and rule the earth once and for all forever, as it was intended in the very beginning. Until that serpent, which was a man, came and beguiled Eve with subtlety, caught her under the web. All right? And ultimately it trickled down to Adam, which we all come from Adam, but within Adam's seed, there is an elect, the Hebrew Israelites that are destined salvation. Not all you other nations, man. The Negroes and the Latinos and Native American Indians, we are the true people of the Most High, man. And the Bible backs it up. Deuteronomy chapter 28, 16 through 68. Talk about the curses of God's people, and that's how you are able to identify who the true people of the Lord is.
God is great.
He is. But to let you know, you're a Hebrew Israelite, man. Okay? And God is only great to those that do his will. Not to everybody. Else we wouldn't be in the condition that we are in today. All jacked up. With diabetes. With gout. With high blood pressure. Alright? Smoking cigarettes, doing drugs. We wouldn't be in that situation if God was great to everybody, man. Because the Most High can look down upon you for evil, man, and not for good. And anybody can come up here and challenge that, man. This is an open, what they would like to call an internet forum. You can come up here and talk whatever you want, man. Ask questions. I'm at the defense of the gospel. You know? A lot of you self-proclaimed Christians are not really into the Bible like you think you are, man. Sure, and that's the problem about America. Is people always be thinking, but you won't do nothing about it, man.
There needs to be more people to do it.
Yeah. And that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing right now.
Right.
I'm putting that seed into movement, man. And that's only through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. And only the elect are going to be the ones to truly do that in sincerity and truth. Because the Lord already told us that there's going to be many that are going to honor him with their lips, but their heart is far from him, man. They don't know Yahweh Shai. You don't know Yahweh. I just know what I know from what I read, man. And I have faith in that. I know what they look like. I know Yahweh looks like his son Yahweh Shai because Yahweh Shai bear witness to that. You see? Some people could say you don't know it. Yeah, you don't know. But Yahweh Shai already made that call and told them. You know? There's things that you people just don't understand and you don't care to understand. Why? Because you're not being diligent. You're not into the scriptures. You're proud. You think the little that you have is enough. No, man. The Lord said you got to eat the whole roll. And at that, you got to be diligent. You got to be as a river of living waters, man. And a river is constantly flowing, man. If a river wants to bring life to its surroundings, to the trees, to the grass, to the animals that come and get hydration, you have to be at a steady flow, man. If you're left stagnant, you ain't got nothing to feed, man. You're gonna still spit that same old Christianity doctrine with nothing but keep us in captivity and fear. Yahweh Shai say he never gave us a spirit of fear, man, because we have a higher power with us, man, the spirit. The scriptures say that those that fear the Lord, the angels of the Lord encampeth around those that fear the Lord, man. Not everybody has that same hedge of protection. You know? But I'm going to read again, Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. And that's the end of all be all, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back to give us deliverance and complete dominion over the whole earth and the universe, man. And that's what we can't wait for, man. And not only that, what we all hope and want is peace. It's salvation. That's what I want. Because that outweighs any tangible thing, anything. But everything else is just a bonus to me, man. But to have peace and to have a sincerity, all right, that outweighs any tangible thing, man. No money can buy peace, man. And the only way we're going to get peace is through Yahweh Shai. But we're going to take the earth. We're going to take the kingdom. You know, the Lord said we're going to be his weapons of war. All right, his battle axe. You see? And that's true, man. Going back to Sirach 10 and 10, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow shall die. For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts, and worms. And that's what's coming for this place, America, man. America's on its way out. And if you can't see it, hey, man, that's on you, man. But this place is gone, man. The economy is down. All right, the dollar ain't worth nothing. All right. Everybody, even middle class, is considered poor, man. All right. You either got the rich, the wealthy, and you got the poor. There's no middle class no more. All right. So, hey, man, America's done, man. All right. It's out. The days are numbered. The writing's on the wall. The line has been drawn in the sand. All that is already being pushed, man. And it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. This was already spoken thousands of years ago that was going to happen. This is Isaiah 14 and 4. It says, I'm going to read at verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So where are the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians serving hard bondage today? America, man. Anywhere you Jakes are, man, you're in hardcore bondage, man. Mentally, physically, it don't matter. All right. Verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. What does that sound like today, man? When you equate that to modern day, who's that golden city today, man? It's America. All right. That's how these people look America as a golden city. All right. And when you look up that word Babylon, I made mention, it means confusion. It says, the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. You see? Because Yahweh Shai does everything through the spirit first. If you destroy the spirit, the body's going to be destroyed. All right? You got to get within, into the root. All right? You got to infect the root to destroy the plant, man. Keep it from growing. All right? So Yahweh Shai destroyed the spirit already. We're just waiting for it the body to start falling apart, to decaying, as it's spoken about in 2nd Esdras about the eagle. You know how all its hurtful feathers and all that. Bring it out. Second Esdras 11. Second Esdras 11 and 39. Salakia. Second Esdras 11 and 37. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. And I saw that he was out, that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said, Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee. Right, so that lion represents Yahweh Shai. Alright? But we also come in that same representation. We represent Yahweh Shai. So we're all as lions on the highways and the byways speaking this word unto that eagle. Alright, the eagle is symbolic for that certain nation. Which in today, who is that eagle? Who carries the eagle today? America. Alright? Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? Right, so who is the fourth beast in the book of Daniel? That was the Roman Empire, man. Because if you go to 2nd Esdras 12, it breaks it down to you. It tells you that. Real quick, I'll read it. 2nd Esdras 12 and 11. The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel. Alright, down Yahweh. Yahweh is my judge, or judge, Yahweh judges. Alright, so it says, so that eagle is that, or that fourth beast that the lion is speaking to, and 2nd Esdras 11 is talking about Babylon, or Salakia, Rome, the Roman Empire. Alright, but in our time it's talking about America, because this place is a revived Roman Empire, man. That's why you still got all the different things in the Senate and Congress and all that. Everything's written in Latin, Roman numerals. All right, you got the the different architecture, the buildings and stuff that represent Rome. It says 2nd Esdras 11 and 40, and the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. Right, so we know in Job 9 and 24, it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, who changes the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So the whole earth is encompassed with wickedness, man. Just off this one nation. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit, and that's that cancer. That's that disease. That physician has cut off that long disease. That disease. All right. It says. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. Sirach 10 and 10. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is a king today, tomorrow shall die. And that's what we're prophesying. We're prophesying to you, Edomite, letting you know that you're about to die, man. Your kingdom is about to be, the rulership is about to be taken out your hand. Going back to 2nd Esdras 11 and 41. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth. For thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. See? Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. See? It's reached unto the clouds of heaven, man. All this wickedness, the prayers of the saints, of the afflicted and poor people, has reached up into the heavens, man. Has pierced the clouds. That widow, that sighing and crying, that's wearying that king or that judge, asking for vengeance, man. All right. 2nd Esdras 11 and 34. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also had looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. See? So your wickedness has come to an end, man. There's nothing else that you can really do. You've done everything imaginable that you conceived in your mind. All right. So there's an end to that. And Yahweh Shai is gonna cut it, man. You're that long disease that the physician is gonna cut, which is Yahweh Shai is that physician to bring health and make a soul and an individual whole back, man. Which is the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, the elect, and to make the earth whole again, healthy. All right. It says, 2nd Esdras 11:45, and therefore appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body. Right. So little by little, you're going to be deteriorating, man. You're going to be falling apart. Because Yahweh Shai already destroyed you in the spirit. You know? You can't fight a higher power, you know? That's consists of complete energy, man. So you're already done. That all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. And who was that her? Israel. That widow that was brought back to Yahweh Shai, that's crying and sighing for all the abominations and prophesying the downfall of America and the end of this so-called white man's rulership, man. And that is what it is. You can't get around it, man. You cannot get around it. There's an end. There's an end to him, man. There's no second return, man. There's not going to be a second revolution or whatever people, you know, Esau be trying to put in the minds of the people, you know. Let me bring the scripture out again that I read earlier. Nahum 1:9. What do you imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up a second time. See? It says that all the earth may be refreshed, or Salakia. Says right here, 2nd Esdras 11:44. The highest also had looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. See, same thing in Nahum 1:9. What do you imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up a second time. That's plain, man. Yahweh Shai is not a force to be reckoned with, man. He has the ability to destroy the body and the spirit. He sets up kings and rulers on the earth. This is his footstool, man. He governs in the kingdoms of men. The Bible tells us that. He sets up who he wants to rule on this earth, man. You know? Going back to Isaiah 14:5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. Right, so like I made mention earlier, while y'all are continuing y'all's wickedness, we're gonna continue in righteousness, man, and prophesying, preaching, all right, pushing forth this word, all right. Esau's continually stroking, you know, pain upon the elect, upon the earth, all right. Is persecuted and none hindered, right? So that's why we need Yahweh Shai. We need Yahweh Shai to come and deliver us, man, because he's the one that's going to be able to do that. We can't save ourselves. All right. It says Isaiah 14:7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into sing. So as soon as this wickedness is pushed out, the whole earth is going to be refreshed, man. The animals are going to be in its proper, you know, its environment, things of that nature. The birds are going to be singing more. We're going to be able to smell the flowers, the true beauty of the earth. Right now, you're smelling nothing but stink, man. It's like me being out here right now. It stinks out here. There's something coming from down over there at that restaurant, man. It smells nasty. It ain't gonna be like that no more, man. Isaiah 14:8. Yea, the fern trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Right? So even the trees are gonna be at peace, man. Because the trees are steadily being cut down, man, chainsawed, not knowing that the trees are actually living, man. They have life. They feel, man. They speak to one another. They release oxygen to this earth, man. Whatever carbon monoxide we breathe out, they take in and bring back out oxygen to the rest of the earth, man. But yet you got Esau killing them, cutting them down, you know, putting chemtrails on them, hindering their growth. All right. Isaiah 14:8 gave the Salakia. Verse 9, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Hey, Salakia, and that word hell goes back to the word Hades, all right, or Gehenna, I believe, in the Hebrew, which means the grave, man. All right. In the ancient times, it was just a place where they would burn like trash and stuff like that, man. You know, they would burn up the trash. They had a certain area where they would just burn all the types of stuff. But that was representation of what people call hell today. Well, hell is not a place in the earth burning. That's a mythological breakdown, man, or doctrine. There's no place called hell that's under the earth burning with a red demon with a pitchfork, man. That's that Roman and Greek mythology, man. Hell's right here on earth, man. You're being afflicted right now to this very day. All right? In these chains of darkness. King David even said it, man. That hell encampeth around him. Talking about he was living in hell, man, when he was fleeing from Saul, King Saul, when King Saul was after his life. Going back to Isaiah 14:9, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All right, and they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Meaning that the America and Esau's rulership is going to fall apart. As I was reading back in Sirach 10, Sirach 10:11. For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts, and worms. All right. So that's what's happening, man. The decomposition. All right. If I'm saying the right word. Sirach 10:11, 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities, and overthrew them utterly. The Lord had cast down the thrones of proud princes, and set up the meek in their stead. And who are the meek of the earth? The Israelites, man, the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. That's who are the meek. That's who the meek are, man. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 1. Hear therefore, O you kings, and understand. Learn, you that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given unto you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels? Right, so we all know through the Spirit is that the Lord setteth up kings, man. All right, He gives the kingdom, the earth, unto the bases of men, according to the book of Daniel. All right, even the scum of the earth, the other nations that have no business ruling over us, Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, are set up to rule over us, man, because the Lord ordained that. Okay, so going back to what I was reading, the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 4. Because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged the right, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of Yahweh. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places. You see, it's the same thing, man. Sirach, chapter 10, verse 14. The Lord hath cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead, man. All right. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 5. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places. See? For mercy will soon pardon the meanest, but mighty men shall be mightily tormented. All right. So that's what's coming, man. Great torment, destruction. The day of doom is at hand. All right. That third war, the third world's war is at hand. That third woe. All right. That day, that imminent destruction, man, is nigh. That a lot of people don't think it's really gonna come. That day is coming, man. It's fast approaching. Okay. And the book of Habakkuk says, "Wait for it, man. It shall not tarry." All right. Wait for it. It shall not tarry, man. Going back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 7. For he which is Lord over all shall fear no man's person. Neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness. For he hath made the small and great, and careth for a light. But a sore trial shall come upon the mighty. Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that you may learn wisdom and not fall away. See? So we know through these examples, scriptures say that all these things were written for our learning, right? That we can have comfort from the scriptures. We know not to be that way, man, because Yahweh Shai hates that. And it's going to be to your destruction. Sirach 10 and 14. And set up the meek in their stead. The Lord had plucked up the roots of the proud nations and plucked the lowly in their place. You see? So Yahweh Shai is going to put us back into our rightful way of ruling, man, and grow. All right? He's going to put us back into our proper growth. We're going to grow and expand the way we need to grow. Though Israel is as the sand of the sea, we're not blossoming the way we need to blossom, man. We're not growing the way we need to grow. The elect are growing, but we still need Yahweh Shai to save us and to bring us into that proper and that better way of life. All right. It says, Sirach 10 and 16, the Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them, and hath made their memorial to cease from the earth. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. You see? So we are to abide in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man, and put off pride. All right? And put that pride away, man, because pride, like I said in the book of Proverbs, pride goeth before destruction. All right? And a lot of people don't even know that they're walking to their destruction, man, because of being proud. All right? And 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you're proud, man. And you're walking into your death trap. All right? Thus said Yahweh Shai, man. In the book of Proverbs. I'm just going to bring it out, man, just to bring it out. This is Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. All right? And that's what we're coming into, man. That's why everything is happening the way it's happening, man. Because pride. Because of rebellion. All right? Rebellion is as the form of witchcraft, man. You know what I'm saying? So this place got to go, man. All right? I'm going to speak a little bit, brothers, without bringing scriptures out because it's starting to rain. And I can't go under here because these people right next door will complain. But I'm going to stay under the rain. But I'm going to put my stuff, the camera, underneath this little thing right here to protect it. But I'm going to just speak and not bring out too many scriptures because I don't want the water to mess up my sword. But yeah, man, you know, that's the time we're in right now, man. We're in a time of great pride. A lot of pride is on these people, man. You know, and not realizing that it's going to be to their destruction. All right, and while they're becoming more proud, the Lord is humbling us down, man. All right, He's teaching us, and the curses are lifting steadily, slowly, but being lifted off of us and being put on them. All right. But yeah, brothers, you know, this place is done, man. It's like the brothers from Texas, GMS Dallas camp. Yashawamba, I believe it was Ariala Mayaka, talking about how this place is done. It's finished. You know, it's just now we're just waiting for Yahweh Shai to start making things happen. You know, pushing the chip. All right, that's the main thing that we're waiting on, is the chip and the return of Yahweh Shai, because we know war's gonna pop off. You know, we know that race riots are gonna come. You know, killings and mass killings and the shortage of food and all these things is gonna come, man. All right, but in the midst of all that, we gotta steadily keep pushing His word, man, and keep pushing. You know, having faith, staying in prayer, and let the Spirit of the Lord work on our spirits, man, and break us down, man, because we need to be broke down. If we ain't broken down, man, how are we gonna be fixed? You know, then you don't need no fixing. It's like Yahweh Shai said, He came not for the ones that are whole, but those that are sick, man. He is that physician, man. He is that master builder. He is the builder, man. He is the maker that had that clay. And He's going to remold us and build us back up the way we intended to be, the way He needs us to be. Those vessels that are meet for honor, not for destruction, man. You know? Let me go ahead and bring that. I haven't brought that scripture out in a while since I was speaking about that physician. This is Matthew chapter 9, verse 10. And it came to pass, as Yahweh Shai sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with Him and His disciples. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto His disciples, Why eateth your master with publicans and sinners? But Yahweh Shai heard that. He said unto them, They that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy and not sacrifice. For I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. You see, those that are broken, man, those that are sick, those are the ones that the Lord is going to be building back up from the ground up. But first, you have to be broken. You have to be humbled, you know. And He's going to set us up in due time in the way He needs us to be. And hopefully, Lord willing, I'm part of the elect. And you brothers out doing the work, you're the elect. We're going to have a seat in the chariot, man. We're going to be caught up in the twinkling of an eye. When in all our life, all we received was denial, rejection, you know, and still to this very day we're still receiving that type of behavior, man. That's why we hate this place, man, because this place is vexing, you know. This place, when you come into the truth, you make yourself a prey, man. You know, when you turn away from evil, you turn away from walking that same broad gate as everybody else walks. They think we're strange. You know, they